Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. So I had a very interesting conversation with a client the other day that I think people could see some value in and have some resonation from, if that's a word. It is now. Josh, why am I constantly giving people grace and compassion, but they do not do the same for me? Which is a great question. It's a question I've asked myself many times in my life. It's been brought up an umpteenth amount of times in any coaching session I've done with people, particularly over a long stretch of time. The answer is this, and this is the answer that I gave, is because you're not giving it to yourself. Very simple. Now, not easy, because in a society that is taught selfishness, it's constantly being thrown out all over the time. The media tells that these people are selfish and this and that. If you don't wear your mask, you're a selfish person. Or you don't go do this and put this thing in your body, you're a selfish person. Or if you think of yourself before you think of other people, you're selfish. Well, here's the deal. I'm going to maybe the first person to tell you, I think all that's a bunch of bullshit. Here's why. Yes, does selfishness exist in this world? Of course it does, but not from the perspective that we're talking about. Here's the deal. The best decision for me is going to be the best decision for we. Why is that? Because I affect other people. If I have children, or if I have, a huge family, or I'm the CEO of a business, or I am this, that, or the other, the presence and the energy that I present is going to affect others. So if I'm not making decisions based upon the authentic nature of me, it's going to be felt by other people. So when it comes to grace and compassion, yes, we're supposed to give our neighbor, love thy neighbor as we love ourselves. Well, here's the deal. What happens when that neighbor starts loving you, stops giving you grace and compassion, or starts actually using you to some degree, whether it be maliciously or not, right? I mean, we all have that friend that will constantly bring their problems to you, but when you go to them with your circumstances or problems, they can't handle it, right? They don't want to hear about it because maybe they don't have the skill set for it. So at the end of the day, if you want to surround yourself with people who reciprocate the grace and compassion, you have to ask yourself, am I giving that grace and compassion to myself? Am I equally giving the grace and compassion to me that I would give to other people? You are the most important relationship that you will ever have in your life, period, in a story. And it's not your parents, it's not your kids, it's not your spouse, it's not your business people. It is you, period. End of story. No arguments can be made. You are the most important relationship that you will ever have, because you have to be with you 24 hours a day. And when that relationship with you is out of alignment or skewed, or the balance of power is out of balance, you can't be who you are for other people. You'll show up in the energy of nervousness, anxiousness, discontent, resentment, dis-ease, so on and so forth. When you're authentic to yourself, it helps you create authentic relationships with all those people that I mentioned. It also enhances those relationships. And sometimes those relationships that you have with people, they start to dissipate because the balance of power is out of whack. Start giving the grace and compassion to you first and foremost before you start giving it to other people. That's not called selfishness. That's called being authentic. You heard it here first. If this resonated with you, or you feel like somebody else needs to hear this message, by all means, please share this video with as many people as possible. I may be the first person that's ever told you that it's okay to be in a relationship with yourself. Not only is it okay, but it has to happen. It's not selfish. Selfishness revolves around taking advantage of other people, or putting yourself first in a position that you didn't need to put yourself first in. when it comes to decisions that you make, and it comes to you not sacrificing your own self-being for other people, that's not selfishness. That's required as a human. Our first and foremost job here on this planet is to get to know who we are, so that thus we can encourage other people to do the same. This goes for your kids, this goes for your spouse, this goes for your friends, for your family, your business people, your acquaintances, or any other person that walks this planet.